want you to win. I want you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream. I want you to win. I want you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream. I want you to win. I want you to achieve. I want you to become great. I want you to make your dream reality. But I can't just want it for you. You're competing against millions. You must do what they won't. See the vision they don't yet see. Dream bigger than they ever have. You must chip away at your dream.
Every single person out here has a dream, but the reality is that they lose sight of it. We get busy, we get caught up in work, and our dream passes us by. I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen, inspiring people to take the small steps and realize that dream that's way up here is actually possible when you chunk it down and you move closer to it. So I come out here and I hold up my sign every day. Hey guys, my name is Zach. I'm out here talking about dreams. I started doing signs that were motivational and inspirational. And then after weeks of doing that and 40, 50 signs, my friends online said, dude, I know you're missing these great conversations. We need to see what you're talking about with the people, not just a picture of your sign. So I got this GoPro right here. And now it's evolved to where I've become more clear about my life's mission, which is everything about dreams. The very first day I come out here, I'll be so honest with you, I was terrified. I was scared of what people think. I'd already spoken on stage. I was scared. I was like, what if people shut me down? What if people, hate on me? What if people cuss me out? The what if is what holds everybody back. What if they don't?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Dream Talk. This is special edition Dreamers University, and today we are talking about accepting and letting go of the past so you can step into your future, so you can make your dream come true. We're going to talk about how some of your past events that have happened to you, the hardships that have happened to you, are not actually the determining factor between you and your future that you seek to desire. And a lot of people hold on to that forever. So that's what we're going to get into. Excited to talk about that. First, we'll do a little bit of intro, right? Tell you a little about what you can expect on the show. Say hello to people who are in the comments, like Bubba Gump's in the building. How we doing, Dreamers? Great to see him. We got Chickawa here. Chickawa, I know I put on YouTube that you can win 30,000 Dream. This is true. We're going to give away 10,000 Dream to 3 people. The ways you win is show up and comment here in the first 20 minutes, retweet the stream if you're on X. The second way you win is by being the MVP in the comments, but don't spam us. Just, say something nice. I see you spamming. Or maybe it's in another language and I don't even know it, but I think it's spam. So just hang out, man. No sweat. Welcome, Davies. Great to have you, man. Checking in. Good to see you. Love the PFP. Meta Dove. Welcome aboard. Did I miss anyone? Touch Grass in the building. Come on. We got some. Look, man, it's green. It's close to grass. Okay. My man Bubba Gump says he's at awards for the girls soccer. Just had to stop by and say hi. Bubba Gump, you are locked in, my friend. You're in the recording. You were here at this time, this moment. History will remember that. So always appreciate you popping by. Roman Gaming, what's up, man? Welcome. What is Chica saying? Am I a chica? I don't know what that means, man. I'm talking about dreams. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about your dreams, how you can move closer to them, and then we're going to apply it to crypto. We're going to do a quote of the day. We're going to look at the markets. That's what we do here. And then Amos in the building as well. Yeah, no hat. I kind of forgot. I didn't even think about it. Okay, but hey, appreciate you guys being in the comments active here. We'll get back to that. But look, here on Dream Talk, yeah, pretty much just ran it down. We talk about crypto and we talk about dreams and making them come true. This special episode that you're experiencing here is called Dreamers University. Why? Let me give you a little backstory on this. The whole meaning behind Dreamers University is this. I meet lots of people out here and they tell me that they have a big dream. The problem is they say, I have this big dream, but I can't begin it. I can't chase it because I'm waiting for something. In most cases, it's the money. I'd love to do this, but you don't understand. I don't have the money. And this thought process paralyzes people because it prevents you from moving forward. It prevents you from taking the next step, taking actions. And so the whole point, I saw this and I said, man, I get what you're saying. Money's very valuable. Money's very important. That's probably why most of you are in crypto, right? We all came to make money. Maybe you stumbled here on accident and now you're going to learn and become the greatest version of you. And that's what we want to do in the Dream Cat community. But I said, that's not quite right. There are a number of different actions and things that you can do that will put you in position to be aligned with the money before the money comes. I don't just want you to sit and chill. So today, let's talk about your past. Your past could be holding you back. The beliefs that you have about your past dictate your future. Law of attraction's real. It's all connected. So we are going to dive into that. Okay. So I won't take too long on that. I think we should just get the show on the road. But let's see. Last thing I want to say here. Shout out to Luke, Mr. Scene, reposting the stream. I appreciate it. That's how people see it. Thank you, guys. But let's just get in here. Let's just dive in. So I took a little bit of notes. I like to be prepared for you, but then when the fire comes out, it just comes off the dome. So hopefully in this 20, 30 minutes, you can really gather something here, okay? So naturally as humans, we use our past as a barometer for the magnitude of possibility for our future, right? Maybe you have a checkered negative past. Let's just talk about that for a second. You've had 2 divorces before in your life. Twice married, twice divorced. And in your head, you're thinking, well, I was 0 for 2, 3 strikes, I'm out. Chances are I find, I'm probably going to have to settle for a girl who's lesser than the standard I want since I'm, washed up, or I've been divorced before. I'm never going to find true love. Okay, so you have this stigma. Maybe you are twice bankrupt. Maybe you are on cycle 2 of crypto and you still haven't gotten rich. I've met people who said, yeah, man, I've been here since 2017. And the natural question is, oh, so you must be rich, right? You were in crypto, you're in Bitcoin, you're in XRP early, you must be rich. And like most people are like, no, I'm actually not. I chased one thing to the next thing. The COVID crash came, I sold, and then it mooned, and everyone has this story. So you have a history. And what we do as human beings is we use our past, whether you're 20 years old, whether you're 50, whether you're 60, everything that's happened to you so far, you use this as a gauge to determine how great your upcoming destiny can be, right? You say, well, I dream really big. I really do, Zach. I dream big. I want to make my dreams come true, but I've never seen that before. I struggle to eat. I struggle to pay my bills. I mean, it sounds good. I'm here to dream with you. Let's positive thoughts, positive thinking, but you may struggle to make that connection. Or maybe not just the negative things, but you also may get hung up on your former glories, right? Your former successes. This is another thing that can hold you back is you were the high school quarterback who threw the touchdowns, right? And I don't know if anyone here has seen not Napoleon Hill, Napoleon Dynamite. Anyone here? Napoleon Dynamite. It's a comedy movie. There's a guy named Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico is the crazy uncle. And he always reminisces about winning the state championship. Like, man, if I could go back in time, I'd throw that ball clean over the mountains, right? Like I would be a state champion. And he's stuck in this loop. But The reality about all of this is that your past can teach you lessons. Your past can serve you in showing you what not to do, showing you how you found success, how you can do more of it. But what your past is, or what you still think about it, or the power that you still give it, are really just beliefs. We've done entire episodes about beliefs, but think about it. Your current, like today, as you're here today, you have this past, it's real. Maybe it still lingers in your head or affects how you move. But even with that said, today is a fresh slate. Like, you do have the history, but today is a fresh slate. The only thing that can control the future moving forward is the actions that you take today. But if you continue to hold this backpack, like imagine you're wearing a backpack and your baggage, your past, good or bad, is a backpack full of books. It's loaded up with books. As you're walking on this journey, man, it sure is going to be weighing you down. It sure is going to be holding you back. And you're like, oh man, I want to sprint with you guys, but I got a lot of baggage, right? You have to let go of the past, because what you do today, starting from right now today, if you're hearing this and you have that checker past and you're letting it hold you back, what I encourage you or implore you to do is step into the idea, the belief that you can take new actions from here on out. You can take new thought processes. You can dream up new dreams that are not reflective of your past. Paint realities that don't yet exist, instead of playing the loop of the old bad past on replay. And in doing so, you can create a grand future without seeing proof of what you've done in the past, because your past is a proof of what's possible in crypto too. This is a crypto show as well. Let's talk about crypto. How is this proof? Well, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the biggest proof. People look at Bitcoin and they say, all since the beginning, all they can believe in is what they've seen. Oh man, it can get to 10,000 a coin, but 50 would be nuts. 100 is unreal. 1,000,000 is never gonna happen. You can't perceive it. You can't necessarily believe it. Most can't, because you haven't seen it yet. That's a big problem. The big problem is most dreamers rely on what they can see. And relying on what you see to give you faith and belief is not belief at all. That's just like responding to reality. Belief is believing in the unseen. So this is what you want to do with your future, not letting the past hold you back, okay? Let's see what else I had here. We don't want to point our reality with past, point your reality with an imaginary future. So I really already touched on that. Paint the new vision. Instead of like recycling your mind, I think of this in X's too, right? Because this is me. I've made X amount of dollars in crypto a few different times, and maybe you have too. You don't have to share your limit, but by now, I don't know, has anyone here seen a 10X? Let me know. Drop 10X in the comments. What is the highest? I'd actually really like to know this. What is the highest X return you've ever seen in crypto so far? Even if you didn't sell it, what's the highest X that you've been on? 5X, 10, 20, 100? For me, yeah, I think maybe like 150, 200, something like that. That's something I've seen. Well, I've found that I've been able to repeat my success over and over now. The first time, it was like magic. Whoa, $1,000 or $200 turned into all this money. Amazing. And it was a barrier. It's part of what my understanding of possibility is. And guess what? I hit that barrier again 2-3 times. But then superficially, it's like, man, am I stuck at this barrier? Do I need to expand my beliefs, expand how I play, expand how I invest differently? And so that's what I would tell to you, is that in your past thus far, maybe you've only turned $10 into $300. You've only turned $100 into $10,000. And in your best play, you turned $2,500 into $75,000. But in your mind, there is a barrier of like, man, anything beyond $75,000, I just can't see it in the cards, because this is my ceiling. And like, man, I just can't see it beyond that. Okay, so that may hold back how you invest, how you see things, how you move. And so what you should do is paint a reality with the outcome. We're adding, I had to talk to you about your past. You got to let go of this past. But in alignment with that is a belief system. And the belief system ties into the law of attraction. Everything in your life is created by your thoughts and your feelings. And if you want to tap in with us even deeper, on Saturdays, we do The Secret. We're reading The Secret. It's like book club, Law of Attraction 101. We're going to do it just like this. You can tap into all of it. So I'm tapping into that now. I was reading that earlier today, and I'm reminded that you may be annoyed to understand this. Bad things are happening in your life. You got in a car crash. You lost a bunch of money. Would it make you mad if I told you that your thoughts or your feelings actually brought that to you? Maybe that would be like, I don't want to believe that. But that is what reality actually is. So now, knowing this, your thoughts and feelings control your destiny, your outcome. Now you can see how the past can teach you lessons. It can be a good thing. But at the same time, if you want to create a new reality, you have to shape and recreate your thoughts and beliefs and your feelings that you feel every single day. Well, how do we make these good then? If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be rich, if you want to be winning, if you want to be happy, well, we better make sure that you feel good. How can we make sure that you feel good? Well, we can help guide your thoughts. If you're not feeling good and you're feeling bad now, what is it that you think is giving you bad, negative thoughts? What is negatively affecting you? Is it what you're reading? Is it? I'll be very, very transparent. I'm here on X. I'm not too much of a degen, but of course I look at some raids and I'm in the space and I see the same people sharing the same. To me, I consider them like recycled. It's just recycled. It requires no thought. I'm tired of rug projects. What are we buying? I've seen that tweet 400 times and it makes me feel negative inside. When I see it, I'm like, gosh, I'm just tired of the same. Like, I want to block these people, right? That's something that's my kryptonite. That's something that gets on my nerves. And maybe that if I'm getting annoyed inside, it's throwing off my vibe. It's throwing off my mojo. I'm like, I feel bad. In order to make my dreams come true, in order to manifest my future, it's about feeling good. So what we do, if you want to feel good, matter of fact, that's what we specialize in the Dream Cat community, right? We represent, you can see the little cat here in the corner. I'll pull something up in a second here on the screen so you can get a closer look in case you don't know. Yeah, we're out here. We talk about dreams, but this is all in support of Dream Cat, the most successful cat in the world, right? This is who we're representing. He talks about dreams and making them come true, educates, inspires, talks to you about how you can achieve your dreams, shows how he's achieved your dreams. And you are now in an environment of people who are chasing dreams. That's what we're forming inside of the Telegram. That's what we talk about on X. And what these things do is they put you in a state. They get you in a mind state. When you listen, if you're listening to me right now, see if anyone else is here. I want to shout out more people. I got you, man. I got you. No, I'm not AI. I'm a real human. Tyler, the creator. Okay. If I read the comments too much, I get distracted. TTVT. I'm not AI. I'm shouting you out. I'm real. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. And I already lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I was saying, if you're here listening right now, if you're listening to this broadcast, I am doing something actually invasive. By being here, you've actually given me permission to influence your mind. So if I'm saying something bad or I'm saying something that you're not ready to receive, then be careful. Go away quick. But if you're someone who has a dream and you want to make this dream come true, then you should surround yourself with an environment of people who dream. That is what we are. That is what we are creating, an environment where people can dream, where people we can reflect, we can listen to all the success stories. If I'm not feeling very optimistic, maybe it's because I'm thinking about my past and all I can think of, even in my own life, hundreds of failures, plenty of successes, hundreds of failures. I failed at that. I failed at that. I failed at that. If you're thinking about that, how can you expect to move in a direction that's going to make you win? You are a magnet. You are literally a magnet. So how do you increase that magnetic force that can attract your dreams, the wife, the girl, the house, the money, the happiness, the friendships, whatever it is you're seeking? How can you magnify this? By focusing your mind on the things that get you closer to it, which in this case would be, let me listen to 5 stories of people who told me how hard it was. Let me listen to 5 stories about three cycle in crypto veterans who said, yeah, I remember my bags going down 50, 60, 70%. And if I would have sold there, I would have lost it all. But instead I held. And because I was able to manage down 80%, I was able to go up positive 500%, 10,000%, right? Loud noise outside. So there you have it. Okay, so there you go. So let's keep moving forward here, and I will get back into you. No, I'm not AI, but shout out to YouTube. We're trying something different. So you may be seeing me from 2 streams. If you're here on X, you're on a long way stream, or even if you're on YouTube, you can still access the long ways. This shows more of the screen. This shows like my plants that I have on the side, but I also have a YouTube view going here too. So that's an interesting twist. Let's see what else I wrote down here. Yeah, I wanted to mention, this is another interesting note. If you don't yet believe in what I just shared with you so far, we've been here, 15 minutes. You've heard this, and if you're with us, awesome. But maybe you don't quite believe in what I say. And here is an interesting thing that I found. Andrew Tate, hate him or love him. Some people absolutely hate him. I don't care what you think, but hear me out on this. He says things that are also true and real. And one thing he says is, every single day, you have to pay the success tax. And I don't want this to be true, because I feel like, man, maybe you feel this way too. I've been working so hard for an entire year. I've put in all this work. I've posted all these tweets. I've created 50 more episodes, and these 50 are filled with value. And I've done so much, and I've done all these good things and made all this content, and we've done these things. But the truth is that the success tax is required every day. And people, yes, your past things do matter and they compound, but people only really care about the new thing about today. What can you do for me today? What are you doing today? If I stop tweeting for 5 days on either of my accounts for the first time in history, people may be like, oh my gosh, it's so over. But what about the last 500 something days? That means nothing to you? If I'm going to the gym, and I've gone to the gym for the last year, and I'm in good shape, and I say, well, I'm just going to eat really crappy for the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to stop working out for the next 2 weeks, because I literally already put in a whole year. It may hold for a little while. It may be a slow transition, but anything, when it's not given attention, when it's not nurtured, is going to drag and disappear. So you may be saying, I don't need to go to Dream Talk this week. I was at Dream Talk last week and I got all the alpha. But the game is keeping your mind tight, keeping your eyes on the vision, on the dream. And when your eyes are on the dream, you are in a belief state. You're focusing on what you want. You're believing in that thing. And so that's a good reminder for me. It is true to say that you have to pay the success tax every day. You got to do the show every week. You got to GM every day, even when you just GM'd yesterday. It's part of that consistency building game. Okay. Let's see. Here in your dream, you might be creating a whole new version of you, becoming a magnet. Yes. Crypto in your bags, 10Xs, 50Xs. Yeah. So that's the last thing I'll say. This is a short one. Going in 20 minutes, and we'll take note of these giveaways here as well. 3 giveaways today. I'll do them all at the end, but if you pay your dues, just if you're watching on YouTube and you entered for the giveaway and you commented already, make sure you subscribe, because if you win, I need a way to reach out to you, right? I want to be able to reach out to you, and the comments disappear when we're done. So 3 giveaway winners today. You will win some crypto, some Dreamcat tokens by participating in our stream, okay? So the last thing I want to say to you is, if you're here, if you're a dreamer, we're also going to look at the charts. We're going to look at crypto, but just on this initial point here, if you're here, this is what's exciting to me. The people in the dream community, some of you are creating a new future you've never flirted with before. Some of you have never, you're not into this kind of stuff. You came here for money and you're like, what's the self-help stuff about? You talk about books, you talk about positive attitude. What, this is real? This can change my life. What you're telling me, there's these laws and principles that are universal and go back hundreds of years, and they work no matter what, just like the law of gravity. Wow, that's profound. I just always thought if you have rich parents, you get rich. And if you have a silver spoon, you can make it. And if you grow up poor, you stay poor. And that's just what I always thought. See, that's just a belief. What excites me very much is knowing that here in our community, we welcome you to come inside. Welcome to join our Telegram group. Check it out. Join us there. You will find what we are going to establish is people who are creating a whole new version of themselves, of their thoughts, of their beliefs and their realities. You may have a former belief about how big you can win, about how much money you can make, about how great your future can be. Oh, I could never be president. The best I could be is school principal. That doesn't have to do with, you could transform who you are. I know people who were addicted to drugs and lived on the street and run $100 million companies now. There are people who have been stabbed in the face. There are people who slept in bathtubs in a, guest house bathroom, and it slept in the bathtub, like in the bathroom was their whole living space. Actually, no, it was the laundry room. They were sleeping in a laundry room. That's Tony Robbins, by the way. Billionaire guy, one of the best motivational speakers in the world. People eating through the trash. All these stories I can think of, that may have been you until you've arrived. What we want to project here is really the infinite possibilities. And this is something that I know. And if you wonder why I can come on here and why I can what's the right word to say? Why I can project this optimism and this positivity for Dreamcat's future, for my own future. Why? Because my mind has been shaped by my surrounding environment. I have artificially created an environment, and I've sown things in, and I've brainwashed myself. And if you're so willing, I mean, we're not holding any secrets. We're openly telling you that if you're coming in the dream community, we seek to brainwash you, but not for some unfair outcome to, I don't know, screw you over, whatever. We're coming here encouraging you to brainwash yourself for the greatest reality of your future, to live your dream. And here's the catch. You're in crypto, you're in Web3, you're waiting for a token and a green candle to change your life. But what I'm telling you is you can change your life now. That is what I'm doing right here with you in real time. I can't even sell my dream, and somehow I'm still going to make it right along with you. I mean, I could sell my dream, but I've just said that it would be counterproductive, right? I've come to the realization, understanding, maybe I sell some in relation to the marketing wallet down the line, but my game is making it huge. That's my game. So if I've shared some of my hardships before, and I'm a person just like you, I mean, you see me in the chat, you guys have, if you're here, you know my story. If I'm still going to win without selling my dream, that means you could, let's dream together. Let's chase the dreams. And that's the allure. That's what really gets me excited. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Again, summarizing it all up in relation to your current bullish optimism for your future. Know that you don't have to wait just for the money, that letting go of your past. And if it's something that's you keep replaying over and over, I've heard some really dark things. I've touched on some surface level things, but some people I know maybe had a friend who committed suicide, and they blame themselves for that. They're like, man, he asked if I could hang out. I said no, and he committed suicide. That's really dark. I know actually 2 people who still hold themselves up on that, and they blame themselves. And what they're doing is being in that remorseful state, not understanding, like coming to terms with, life and everything that past is like bricks in a backpack that they're carrying around, and that is preventing them from focusing on their big future. So the past is here to teach us lessons. If someone passed away in your life, it doesn't mean forget them forever. Rest in peace. May their soul rest in peace. But you take that all with a grain of salt, knowing that today is the now. No matter what you've done in the past, starting today, you can start all new patterns. And these new patterns, these new thoughts, these new feelings, these new actions, these new belief systems will, in fact, create a new reality for you. Come on. I know that's good for somebody. I know it's good for somebody. Okay? Yo, Red Phoenix in the building. Shout out to Red Phoenix, the gift queen. Follow her. Oh, she changed her name to just Red. Hey, Red, have you ever heard the, surely you have. You had to have. You don't strike me as the country girl, like you listen to country music. I don't get that vibe from you. But there is a song by Blake Shelton called Ol' Red, and it's about this dog at a prison who helps this guy escape, and it's a dog love story. Now you're red, you should listen to that song. It's a pretty good story. Ol' Red. Okay. You might like that. All right, I'm taking notes of, I'm going to read some more comments. Quickly, I'm taking note of everyone who popped in for giveaway number 1. So we got Davies. Oh, I see Libre snuck in there. What's up, Libre? Amos. Shout out to the folks on YouTube, too. Meta Dove. We got Chikawa. We got Bubba Gump pulled up. Touch Grass. I sent out some more invites tonight. I appreciate, even if you guys only pop in for like a second, it's really, now I can see why I should pop in for more people. Even when you pop in for a second, it is really nice. I'm going to try to be more aware of that. Roman Gaming. What's up, dude? Let's dream. And Mr. Scene and Tyler, the creator. I look like AI as a compliment, I guess. Teddy VT. Okay. Everyone who was here in the beginning accounted for. Now, let's carry onward. Let's get a little bit crypto-y here, okay? I want to pull up, let's look at the markets because we want to talk about things, okay? The past, the present. Let's just talk about the markets is crypto explorers and investors. You're right. I don't listen to a lot of country. I hope that doesn't cancel me. No, that's okay. I like country music. I used to like rap music. I've kind of pulled away from it a little bit. I like classic music. I like Christmas music. I like Disney music. Yeah, I'm pretty vast in my music interests. And even if you like rock, I know Libre likes rock, so that's cool. I mean, rock's cool too. All right, let's go to the board, shall we? So here what we have. Oh, man. And if you're on YouTube vertical, this will get a little bit challenging. I'll try to make it better for you. This is why the long screen is good here now that we're going to this. So I'll try to make it better and zoom it in a bit for you. There we go. That's good enough. Very good. Okay, so let's just take a gander here. The markets. Let's talk about this, okay? You know, this is a good time when you want to talk about belief in history, if you're multi-cycle in the past, and most people think the past is a representation of the future. And this is a really good topic right now because a lot of talk about this whole 4-year cycle stuff, right? 4-year cycles. It's supposed to be Moonvember, especially you, Red. Like, Red, you're in the comments last. I'm talking about you. You haven't had a pleasant crypto experience so far. If you've been here for the last year, things have been going down for a period of time, but this is just a window of time. I will tell you that, Red. It's only a window, and 1 week can make up for a year of waiting. Trust and believe in that. When you see the bull, when things get crazy, it gets explosive, truly gets explosive, and things fly. So you got Bitcoin. We're going down. You know, we just hit 125K. We're at 87,000 for Bitcoin. I think for the week, that's 12%. We're down, I think, 30% from all-time high. We haven't had a drop like this in a while, but this is not something to necessarily panic about. You could sell all your bags if you want to. Meme coins are getting hit pretty hard. I'll tell you guys that. But I mean, this has naturally been part of the game. So it could go a number of ways. The believers and dreamers could be wrong, but this always had to happen. If meme coins were ever going to go in a big run, this is what has to happen. We think Bitcoin's still going to go further. So Bitcoin's down. We think it still goes up and maybe it hits 150, 200K, right? We think that could happen. After that happens, Bitcoin should dump again. Or it's going to dump now and rotate, but I don't really think that's what's going to happen. In history, in order for altcoins and XRP and other things to run, Ethereum and all these other things, Bitcoin would hit an all-time high, then it would fall, and the money would rotate. So we are in a special position because one of 3 things can happen. There are 3 possible outcomes from this. We're in a fearful moment right now, by the way, too. Fearful, low excitement. It's wearing on people because, like, you guys know, I mean, memes or cats or just in our sector, I mean, they've been going down for months. So you haven't even seen the price action. You weather that. Well, here's the thing, that 3 outcomes from this point here. Number 1, the cycle is actually over. It's as bad as it looks. Look, I'm seeing gaming plays get really low, the lowest I've seen them, you know, since a whole year ago. AI plays getting low. You know, some of the alts are now Bitcoin and ETH and XRP, which we're holding up, are taking a little bit of flack, and meme coins are seeing a loss. So one possibility here is, you know, it's It caught us off guard again. The masses are always wrong. Remember that. The masses are always wrong. Quick lesson. If we do go back to pumponomics, which I still believe in, when you feel like it's going to go up forever, oftentimes this is a good time to take some profit. When it feels like you're going to infinity moon based on your situation. If you're a long-term believer, hold for 10 years. But right now, it doesn't feel good. You don't want to buy right here. You feel like you want to sell, like you're about to lose everything. You're watching your portfolio just melt down. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's like in the natural, it's real money. It's internet money, but you're like, oh my gosh, is it going to zero? And this is very, very hard. But in fact, it makes one of the greater opportunities. If you're in position to buy, what do you believe in? So again, we either 4-year, everyone was wrong. We don't Moonvember, nothing. We're close to the 4-year cycle. End of December, January, we just keep going down, 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 and the market's over. Option number one. Option number two, we continue to go down, but something is in the pipeline that's positive for us. The world is printing money. Japan is printing money. Trump is about to send out $2,000 checks to anyone who makes under 100K in America. All these different things, the Fed's printing. There's a whole list. I shared like the 8-9 things recently that are all unfolding. These are reasons why the market can fly. Because when money is printed, people go into the assets because that's actually causing more inflation, little economics. So, okay, so we can fall. That can happen. The second thing is we can have this infusion, we can have this pump, and we go on one more leg up. That would be that would probably be, to be completely honest with you, the most likely scenario. We have another run up. Maybe it lasts 3 months. Maybe it lasts 2. Maybe it lasts 4 or 5. But we have one more explosion up. Everyone gets more bullish. We get beyond all those breaking points. You see new all-time highs, and the money begins to flow and rotate around, and it's excitement. And that is the big push. And after that, February, March, something like that, it falls and it's over again. But the third scenario is an interesting one. And this is one that we've discussed. And that is the idea that the cycle is breaking. Some people don't want to believe in that. You can't believe it until you see it. But this is why this cycle offers a unique opportunity. Most of you have been trying to make money on what's new, right? And to be fair, Dream's sort of new. It's old, but like maybe you don't want to buy Dream because it's not a 7-day-old launch with hype. It's not a super big established one, but we're playing in our own field. But most people think, oh, if I want to make money, I got to find the brand new one that's going to moon. That's how you play. The great opportunity that exists here is that you can buy established projects that have shown you things. They've shown you they're going to build and they're going to be here for 10 years. So you're like, hey, I can buy it really low. And now I'm just going to hold this for a long time. It's an investment. You can buy established memes like PopCat, Mog, SBX 6900 is down 75% all time. PopCat's down 95% all time. I think they're going to be around. I think they're going to last. So what an opportunity, because all of the OGs, all the third cyclers, second cyclers, most of them are leaning on the 4-year cycle. I've heard from some of them, they're like, it's just too much risk right now. I'm going on the sidelines. Now, a lot of things tell us this is the big dream run. This has to be the biggest run we've ever seen. Regulations coming. We got a crypto president. The only people who have really pumped the market so far are ETFs and institutions. And Bitcoin is it's not retail. It's not the outsiders who, by the way, are still struggling, who, by the way, still realize they can't buy a house, who, by the way, are gambling's going up. Sports gambling is going up. Murad talks about these things. I'm in agreement. The economy builds the opportunity. So if something that people know explodes, like, oh my gosh, GameStop's going to the moon. I remember GameStop. Maybe I should buy AMC. Maybe I should buy Dogecoin again. And then once they get here, they say, oh, but now it's a cat season. Now it's a cat coin super cycle. Oh, Phantom, Solana-based meme coins. Oh. So that is another possibility. You capitalize on the OGs having fear, giving you entries into meme coins or projects that are here to stay or have a bright future ahead, and we actually break the cycle. And if we break the cycle for the first time ever, it's gone in these 4-year patterns. And it does seem very manipulated. So this does seem very, very possible. But if we do this, and I've just been staring at these same projects. Sorry, you can take a look at a few more here. Solana, Doge. We'll go over to meme coins in a second and look at some more. But if that happens, then anything is possible. I'm talking like if we get to like time can be on our side or against us. Theoretically, the cycle shouldn't go any further than March. Just so you know, keep that in the back of your head. Like based on traditional norms, March should be a 4-year cycle end, like no further than that. But if we start going down and we just stay down for a couple months, and all of a sudden in April, Bitcoin starts making new highs, or in May, XRP starts flying, everything is off the table. Everything is off the table, and the uncertainty of seeing something that's never been done before is going to make people's minds go crazy. And part of it could be true. Part of it could be like, oh my gosh, like all the OGs, like I'm going all in. This is it. This is the golden age. This is the golden bull. I'm so bullish. I'm never selling. I'm buying Lambos. I'm longing everything. That's where you want to be, but you want to have believed first. So this is we're gonna come back to our dream principles. If you wait and watch, you're likely you can still win. I've done it before. You can do it still, piggyback on things, but you're putting yourself in a risky situation. If you buy because you believe first, then you are advantageous. You're always up, even if it goes down. So I encourage believers. I'm just saying, I encourage the believers. Okay. Now let's look at meme coins, because Dreamcat is a meme coin. We'll look at the Dreamcat chart as well. But holy crap, look at this. Let me zoom in on this. Look at that. This is called the Fear and Greed Index. It says currently that people are extremely fearful. Basically what this means is, like, let's just say it this way. 15% of people are bullish on the market right now. Now, if you're a dreamer, hey, maybe you already full ported. Maybe your money's all in the market. Cool, man. Maybe it's just hold for you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But remember what we talk about, dreamers. I posted a video today. Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, they say the same thing. The masses are always wrong. If people are going left, you want to go right. If people are super bullish, it's probably time to sell. If people are super bearish, it's probably time to buy. This continues maybe forever, but obviously over time, people who have experience are going to wise up to this. So right now, your greatest advantage is other people's fear and lack of belief. They came in on hype. That's their own fault. You got to believe. So right now, 85% of people doubt. Yeah, I bought last week. I think was the last time I bought. I'm not going crazy, but I bought a few things I believe in. Do what you will. Okay. So let's peek at some memes. Let's move on to the dream chart. And we got a quote of the day, and we got some more giveaways, and I'll read some more comments. I'll ask you guys again, the word of the day. So if you're listening live right now, you're here to catch it. Chance for your second giveaway. The word of the day is bull run. I guess that's 2 words. A phrase. The phrase of the day. Bull run. If you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening on Facebook, if you're listening on X, comment bull run, and you're entered to win 10,000 Dream. I'll be looking in the comments, but I won't repeat the phrase again. Bull run. If you're on X and you drop this in the comments, I'll look too. Bull run, bull run, bull run. That is the phrase word of the day for live listeners. We appreciate you the most, because if you're listening live with us, and you pop in, you get a little glimpse, that's good. But if you're here, the reason we want to reward you with Dream is because you have the chance to become one of the biggest believers. The more you listen in, the more you understand that everything's built on belief, that the whole entire meme coin market is belief, the higher chances you have of becoming a diamond-holded believer. And let me tell you why it's important to be diamond-handed. We don't want you to hold on to your bag forever so we can, sell on the back end. The reality is, in order to become a superpower, in order to become some kind of billion-dollar project, you have to have your supply in the hands of believers. And if we're at $1 billion market cap today, and we're all here, and you guys are the biggest holders, the people who are listening, you're going to be sitting on over $1 million. Like if you have like 2 million Dream today, you may be sitting on $1 million come that time. Maybe you need a little bit more Dream. That means some of you got 10 million Dream. You may be sitting on $10 million. What are you going to be able to do with that? The thing is, you could sell it and say, wow, I've never seen this much before, but that's why your belief is so important, because think about Bitcoin. Yeah, you bought Bitcoin in the beginning, and when it was at $10,000, some people then were at millions of dollars. And they said, man, millions, I'm out of here. But if they had the foresight to see, man, then it's 30, then it's 60, now it's 100. If you're talking about changing your destiny and changing your future forever and getting, beyond a 10x or a 5x, well, the best way in my eyes is to believe in something. All you had to do, the long game, some things happen quicker. You could take the runoff in Pepe. Maybe some people say, I got rich on Pepe. I got rich on PopCat. But I bet you PopCat still goes to 10 billion market cap. They sold it 2 billion. So yeah, they still made a bag, but is it really a life-changing bag? So this is not pushing on you, but this is how I think. I think in the long term. Of course, I want to win in the short, but I dream in decades. Amazon is what? How many years old? Like 15 years old. Tesla, Microsoft's old now. But a lot of these companies, when you look at their stock charts, I've seen around the 10-year mark is where things exploded. So now they're maybe in year 15. Dreamcat is a year plus old, right? PopCat, all the biggest memes besides Dogecoin, like let's look at them. Pepe is closing in on maybe 2 years old. Bonk, same thing, about 2 years old. Punji Penguins, I think it's like a year old as far as a meme coin. SBX 6900, it's in its first year. So this cycle, guys, dog with hat, fart coin, which is not going to last. Sorry, farters. Brett, maybe, Mog, for sure. PopCat. All of those memes I just named, they were created this cycle. That's what you got to understand. I'm a big believer in meme coins. We think meme coins have a future here. We talk about how we see the reasons why a lot of people would get behind them, why they would care more about a meme coin than something else. It's cute. It's fun. It's funny. It inspires me. Simplistic. That's the opportunity. So don't lose sight of that, okay? But yeah, bottom line, just look at the charts here. You can see memes are down. Like anything else, memes take the hardest hit, which means they go down the most aggressively, and they pop the most aggressively. So, be aware of that. That's what you got going on. We'll take a look at the Dream chart here real quick. I'll zoom this in for you. This is Dream, okay? If you're new here, what does the Dream represent? Well, let me tell you. Dreamcat is where dreams become reality. Together, we are building the largest community of dreamers in the world. If it doesn't look like that so far, and you're like, yeah, but there's 5 people in there, you get to choose if you believe in the vision or not. This is what we're building, the largest community of dreamers in the world. So whatever makes that reality is yet to be seen. But something will have to make that reality. This is our objective. This is our outcome. So if you think everything we've done so far is the end, then you didn't fully understand the project. You didn't understand the mission. Together, we are building the largest community of dreamers in the world, a positive organic movement built on belief, where you are encouraged to pursue greatness and chase your biggest dreams. At 1 billion market cap, we're going to give away $1 million in Dreamcat. One of you will be given a wallet that has $1 million in it. So when we talk about Canware, when we talk about Dreamcat Millionaire, that takes things to a whole new level. Someone will be given $1 million in Dream. Be a believer now. It's like a lottery ticket that keeps giving. At 10 billion market cap, we think with our influence, we can change the world. So that's the Dream. Today, we're at 49,000 market cap. Our liquidity is all connected to Solana. So that's given us a nice hit. It's not like people have necessarily dumped on us like crazy. Most people at this point in time are holding. You see small in and outs. We've had about the same amount of holders for a while. We've been building things, putting things out there, and we have to continue to evolve. We have to go to the next step. And what you saw in this climb up here, that will be created in its own new way from new influences and new factors. But everything we have here, like when all this happened, we didn't have a podcast like this. I didn't connect my own website. If you go on the deck screener, my website's attached here. We didn't have a book club. We didn't have a white paper, okay? We didn't have a mission as clear as we do here. Things are completely different. So, hey, that's a little bit about the Dream. Keep your eyes out on the Dream. You're hearing about it for the first time. That's pretty big breaking news there. Hey, what's going on here? There we go. All right, we're so back. Okay, now let me show you. Let me look at the comments. Oh, Prince is in the building. Oh, we got some Bull Run comments in the building. Okay, Bull Run. We got Prince. We got Red. We got Mr. Scene. Noted and noted. Shout out to the live listeners. Late to the party, but hello. Ha. What's up, Prince? Love the new PFP, bro. Look at that. It's a Dreamcat with angel wings on fire. epic, epic, epic. Let's look at the quote of the day. Hopefully this can inspire you or excite you or encourage you, because that's what we want to do. Here it is. But let me get rid of Prince so I don't mess up my clips. I make clips. I'm sorry, Prince. I love you, but got to keep the screen clean. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Think of that for a second. Your past, it's good. It happened. Good things happen. Bad things happen. Heartbreaks happened. Lessons happened. You learn things. You learn what to do, what not to do. Okay, good and well. Great. Use it as a stepping stone. Use it as a history book, but not a place of residence, meaning don't live from your past. Don't beat yourself up every day about what you did 2 years ago, about what happened in the past. Don't let your past experience, I can be guilty of this too. We get shaped naturally, right? Naturally, we are shaped by our circumstances. So if I've been I say I don't buy new launches. I say I don't buy new meme coins because the risk reward isn't worth it for me. 90% of scams, playing the odds. So maybe I've been screwed over. But guess what? The first meme coin I bought on day 5. Guess what it was? The first meme coin I ever bought was SafeMoon. SafeMoon went to $10 billion or $8 billion market cap. Think about it. I think Pepe tapped 10 billion. I bought that on day 1, 2. So that was my first meme coin ever was one of my biggest wins. I put $333 in. Now that is a big risk. And I got to say something else really important. Okay. I'm going to talk about the Illuminati in a second. So get ready for that. That is very unexpected. I put in $333, true story, true number. And, that's a lot to gamble on absolutely nothing. Meme coins is pretty crazy, right? $300, still decent amount of money. I don't care if you're rich, poor, wherever you're at. But I did that. It multiplied like crazy. It went from, it was at 5 million to Valhalla, right? It went to 8 billion. So that was amazing. That was cool. And if I wanted to win again, I should do the same thing, but I'm not. So interesting. Is my past messing me up? It does influence you, but don't live in it. Okay. That's what I want to say. The second thing I have to mention the Illuminati now. Let me tell you why. I have noticed, let me tell you something. I study the Illuminati. I study the Masons. I study a little bit of what you could call conspiracy, the world, call it the Matrix, whatever. This is even weird to talk about openly, but I have to say this now because I have a bright future ahead, and I'm just projecting. I'm not trying to be arrogant or cocky. This is just true. I'm going to build an empire, right? And I know that these podcasts are going to be re-listened to. And what I've caught myself, subconsciously, I've noticed I've picked a random number and it's been 33 or something. And I'm oh no, people are going to look back on these and they're going to think that I'm part of the crew, and I'm not at all. I've seen a lot of evil stuff going on. I'm good. I live freely. I'm for the people. I'm for the world. But it really was $333. So I just want to state that because the last few weeks it's come up and I've been oh man, people someday are going to peg this to me because I'm a conspiracy theorist. They're going to go through and they're listening and be yeah, truth in plain sight. So sometimes it's not always the case. I'll just say that from a conspiratorial point of view. Sometimes it's not always the case. Okay. Okay. Essentially, that's the whole shebang. We'll see. Mr. Scene, the biggest X you've seen is 10. Man, we got to get you some moon bags, bro. I've probably seen 10 20 times. I've seen a couple 30s, 2X automatic. Like I said, I had a 100X on an NFT. That was also coincidentally about $300. A Walt Disney NFT. It went to $50,000. I never sold it. It's all the way back down to $1,000. But that happened in the last cycle. So yeah, man, you got to see the big X's. We got to get you some big X's. So if you're here, we haven't seen them yet. Some people may disagree, but I think some of the best is yet to come. Okay. So now let's do giveaways. And if you guys want to throw out a comment, if you want to leave something about the past, you don't have to. You don't need. I'm not engagement farming, but if you want to, I'm here on these lives, right? And this is your people DM me all the time. Check DMs, sir. Check DMs. Like, dude, no. Okay. I'm here every week, every live. You have a question about your dream. If you're trying to move closer to your dream, I made this series, Dreamers University, to try and show you how, if you believe money's holding you back, there's likely a multitude of other things. You should go back and listen to our other episodes. They're all on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. You can listen to all of them. We cover exactly these steps, knowledge, right? You can learn from other people. Okay, we have 3 giveaways to perform. MVPs. Let me also look at X here. Let's take a gander at X. I don't know why it won't let me. I'm going to share my X with you so we can look together. I like to see, because some people drop stuff in the comments and they're not in the live comments. So let's take a look at them as well. All right, take a gander on X. Let's see what we got. Normally it's 20 plus, so we have an unbullish episode. We're in the down times right now. Okay, I see Prince is in the building. Retweets is important. Okay, Cat Collector. See, I see you, bro. Mr. Ben, shout out to you. Touch Grass, thanks for the retweet. Everyone else, appreciate you. New follower, shout out to Billy. Hey, a reshare. I mean, that's automatically, when you reshare like that, that's putting you in the MVP conversation. Amos, you're in the MVP bucket. Ooh, David, for real? Wow. I'm actually impressed. David has seen a 700x and a 200x. Wow, dude, good for you. That's juicy returns. Hey, we like that. Okay, Cody. Oh man, big love to Cody, man. I mean, I know he's in he's in a million spaces, but he still drops a comment, shows us love. Big shout out to that guy. Amos tagging people. Again, look, Amos, you put yourself automatically in the MVP conversation. All right, so Amos and the MVPs, we're going to put, let's see, Mr. Scene's been commenting a few times. We're going to put him in the MVP. He's been here the whole time. Prince, you know, he's going crazy. Hey, we'll respect him. He probably put the most comments out there with his explosion. And then we got a few people asking if I was AI. They stopped by for a minute. Yeah, I think we got it. So let's do these giveaways. MVP. Okay, you guys ready? 3 giveaways. Giveaway or number generator. That's what we're going to do. You're going to watch it on the screen. Bing, bong, bing. Here we go. You ready? Okay, number 1. 1 through 3. That's what we're looking for. It's Amos, Mr. Scene, Prince for MVP. 1. It is Amos. Congrats, Amos. MVP, 10,000. Dream. Next. Bull Run keyword. 1 through 3. We have Prince, Red Phoenix, Mr. Scene. 3. That is Mr. Scene. Congratulations, Mr. Scene. You may have to get a wallet set up finally if you want to stack that extra dream. Why not? Free game is free game. You can see I spelled number generator wrong. And lastly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people who commented in the first 20 minutes. Generate. It is 7. 7 is Davies 1, Libre 2, Amos 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my man Touch Grass. Awesome. I wonder if he has any dream. I don't know. I'll reach out to him. So that's what I got for you guys. I think that's the end of it all. I hope you enjoyed this installment of Dream Talk. Shorter than normal, only an hour. Sometimes we go 90 minutes. Sometimes we go 2 hours. But I would invite you guys to our book club. We just started that back up. Next week on Saturday at 9 o'clock, we're going to do a stream just like this. And if you want to be on the inside, like if you want to be on this screen with me, talking about the secret, all you need is 1 million Dreamcat tokens, or for 1 soul, you can do that. And that gets you a whole bunch of other stuff, right? If you want to join our book club, you have access. We have 16 different recordings, private recordings, 2 hours long each. We talked about Think and Grow Rich. You get access to every book we ever cover, lifetime access. So all the personal development that we talk about, all the alpha applied to crypto, you get that for life. There's a $50 belief course. You get that for free. And most importantly, you get to take part in these conversations live on the screen and share your thoughts. But if you don't want to do that, it's still accessible for free. Show up on time. we're going to start deleting the episodes. So we'll make them live. If you show up live, you get access. If you're not, you may miss them. And there will be no replay unless you're on the inside. So Saturday, 9 o'clock, we're talking about The Secret. It's all about law of attraction. It's a great book. Join us then if you choose. We'd love to have you. My name is The Genie, aka Zach Krupp, and I am the person behind Dreamcat Solana. And this is another installment of Dream Talk, Dreamers University. It's got 150 names, but we talk about dreams. We talk about crypto and making it reality. Thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.